Greetings and salutations. The couple coming at you from Denver, Colorado. Another episode of Not a Linux Guru Guy. Oops, my microphone's way up here. Help if I get it down here for you, wouldn't it? Yeah. Howdy there. So anyway, we got another episode of Not a Linux Guru Guy for you. A follow-up to yesterday's, actually, because yesterday, if you were on the show or you watched it at all, I got the link down in the description if you really want to watch it, if you failed to see it. But basically, I had a problem installing Linux Mint, and I never could get it off the ground. Rocket never left the ground, basically. So I had to figure out what it was wrong with it and how to work around it. Basically, what happened was that my let's see, get this straight. So you know how I've always used the F12 menu to boot into my Ventoy stick and other sticks like that, and bootables drives and stuff. Yeah. Well, this computer does this weird thing where it puts an entry for every distro I've installed on it, and so it had all these old distros in there, and didn't point anywhere anymore since they weren't installed any longer. So I was overwrite whatever I have on there. So anyway, I had all those bootable things on there, and apparently the list got so long that it kind of freaked out. It wouldn't show the list anymore. So I wouldn't show the list to be able to go to my Ventoy stick, which is always at the bottom of the list. And so I had to figure out what to do about that. So what I did was I went in, I finally figured out it's not F3 or escape that gets you into the BIOS of the computer, Dell Optiplex, but it's F2. I've forgotten that apparently since the last time I tried to get to the BIOS, and so F2 is what you use. So I get into BIOS and I was able to go to the sequencing of what goes first, second, third, fourth, fifth. I just moved the USB stick up to the first slot on there so that it automatically will check that before it goes on to the hard drive to boot up on it. Otherwise, if you got a Ventoy stick or a bootable USB plugged in to your computer, it'll boot up on those instead. So that's how I've got around it. Because even in the BIOS, it said view the entries on there. You couldn't show them because there's too many on the UEFI section. So it just showed blank there too. Who knew? Anyway, I got my Ventoy stick here. And we're going to plug this into here and we're going to get her rolling, alrighty? Okay. Okay, Ventoy stick plugged in, we're ready to boot into it. Let's go check it out. Alright, the Ventoy stick is going to boot in my Ventoy stick. Should right off the bat. Yeah, there you go. Ventoy stick is ready to roll. Alright, now I'm going to check something while I'm doing this. Yeah. Need to check on some other things here. Oh yeah. Trying to figure out why I had my that. Never mind. No. Pardon me while I do some here, right here. Oh yeah. Right there. Yeah. Here we are. It says I'm live. And it's got the Ventoy stick there. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on a second while I get this part done too. Yeah. Says I'm live. It's got a Ventoy stick there. Oh. There, I muted that so it won't be in the way of my streaming. So we got that. And we have alright, so we got the Ventoy stick there. We get on this. You see we have Bliss there, which is what was on this computer before. Debian 12, which I installed my framework. LMD6 Cinnamon, that's what we're going to install now. Also had a couple of OpenSUSEs and some other stuff on here too. Which I installed on different installs. Like I installed the micro S on the Acer over here. I have installed probably on down there. I have probably Solus because I installed that not too long ago on my out in the living room computer. So, yep. That just makes it simple. All right, so we're going to go to now. Cinnamon's the only desktop environment you can have for Linux Mint Debian Edition 6. Whereas if you use Ubuntu versions, you then have not only Cinnamon, you have XFCE and Mate, I think. Are the three that you can have access to desktops. Stayed away from things like KDE and GNOME and stuff like that, pretty much. For whatever reason, I'm not sure why exactly, but they created the Cinnamon desktop for themselves and to make it simple for people to use. Basically, especially coming from Windows. If you're coming from Windows, the Cinnamon desktop's pretty intuitive to use for the most part. We'll get to see here in a minute. So we'll go into Cinnamon. We'll install Cinnamon in normal mode. And start on the compatibility mode you see here is, well, didn't let me go down and up. Anyway, you saw the compatibility mode. You can use that for several different functions. You can use it for you have NVIDIA drivers, you want to use a compatibility mode. You have other kind of drivers that are kind of unique or odd, you might want to do those in compatibility mode too. Or if the first one doesn't work for you, you can try that and see if it's some compatibility issue with one of your pieces of hardware or something that needs to be resolved. So, yeah, try those and figure those out. So we got Linux Mint clicking on here. Going into the live version of it. We're in the live version of Linux Mint. Cinnamon desktop. Now, one of the things you want to do here is before you hit the install Linux Mint button up there, you want to go down here. First, I have to move the cursor over to that. Okay. And you want to set your going to set your Wi-Fi password, Wi-Fi on here. And I connect it to my Wi-Fi. Printer added. So the thing it does is it adds printer automatically when on Linux Mint, as it does on some other versions of Linux I know of. But so it's kind of nice if you. It's a driverless, but they're kind of going driverless, I think, for the most part. So if it works for your printer, great. You can install using your printer's system, however you want to put that. So you can install your printer, but it installs it for you. So you can try that one first before you go to the trouble to install it yourself. Pretty cool. So anyway, we've got that, and we're going to go. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're going to install. That's what we're going to do. Install Linux Mint on this computer, please. Welcome to LMD6. This program will ask some questions and set up LMD on your computer. Let's go. All right, let's go. This is the LMD6 Faye installer. I don't know if they use Calamars for this or they have for Ubiquity or what. I think it may be the one they've inherited from I think it may be the one they inherited from Ubuntu though. Okay, so you have United States English. Yep, that's correct. So next. Okay. What time zone am I in? Denver? Yep, that's correct. Denver, America. Next. Okay, now English US is the keyboard variant I have. So yeah, that works. Correct. Next. Now, my name is Rick Koppel. Rick Koppel, just like that. My computer's name, what is that? It's George or Jane or what? Yeah, the computer name is just whatever you call your computer on the network, basically. It's for networking, so you can know you identify a computer. I usually call this Del O since Soplaplex, Del O, like that. Okay. Now Rick is usually the username I use. Yep, that's correct. Just pick. That's one thing I like about this over the Calamar installer. The Calamar installer usually your last initial or something like that. Anyway, choose password. A long, complicated password, huh? As DT always says. Okay, do we want to log in automatically? Not really. Want to require them to enter a password every time. Require my password to log in? Definitely. Encrypt my home folder. That's where you encrypt your home folder if you want to. You want to encrypt that? Otherwise, hit next at this point. When you fill that in, finish filling that in. Sets up your user. Okay, disk. Now, yeah, you don't want to put it on the cruiser. That's my Ventoy stick, which has all that stuff on it. But you do want to put it on this drive, which is the drive that I have this computer, SDA. Okay, you use LVM, Logical Volume Management. It's supposed to help you when you have to resize partitions and stuff like that. But I don't know that I really need that for this purpose. I just want to basically show this. I'm not going to go through all that because it creates all this stuff on there. You encrypt the operating system itself, which I've done on my laptop over here since I want to make sure that I don't fall in the wrong hands and somebody's able to get into my hard drive and look around and all my stuff on there. So I have that encrypted, but I don't need to encrypt this because it's just not going to have all that stuff on there. So, and you can also choose to manually partition, create, resize, or choose partitions for LMD. You know how to do that? Kind of like using something similar to Gparted or something like that. Then, you know, go for it. I'm just going to choose a simple thing where you automatically create partitions for it. Creates this LMD on it. Yep, automatic installation, which are pre-selected up there. Next. So, just warning you're just going to delete out all the data on the drive you're pointing to. Say yes, unless you're not sure that it's the right drive or something. Install a drive boot menu on SDA1. Yep. Want to do that. So if you want to boot up on your computer, yep. Okay, so there's all the the things it's going to do to your computer. All the things it's going to do to your computer, oh dear. So, yeah. And we did all that pretty much how we set it up, so I say go for it. Install this sucker. And it takes off. Once you hit the install button, it starts installing it. That's good. So you got Linux Mint. It says welcome to Linux Mint. Yeah, the install process. We'll see how long it goes. It's the only bad thing about I could go in and edit this out after the fact, which if I do that, then you know what I did, so. But I leave it as it is and watch it sit there and crank away on installing it. I don't know how long it takes to install. Usually it's only take like about 5 to 10 minutes, basically, something like that, to install. Some are faster than others. Some start installing things in the background while you're working on stuff in the foreground. And of course, this is showing all the little, what do you call these things? Little splash screens to advertise and tell you features and stuff, what you're about to get. All that kind of stuff. So anyway, just to recap what I said yesterday while this is installing. I basically was getting bogged down trying to edit these videos. And the Sway video, especially because it's like 3 hours worth of material, and I had to edit it down to hopefully this book would be a less than an hour or hour or less video for the Sway bar. And so I thought, well, I'll just put that on the back burner. Maybe I'll eventually get to it, sort of thing. I'll do the current one in the Linux Saloon, which we were doing time, which was Bliss OS. I did Bliss OS. Recorded it, started editing it, got a little ways in edit before I had to quit and go do some other stuff. And never got back to it. So that's one of the reasons why mainly I had a long stretch there. September 28th, I think, was my last video I did on, excuse me, the last video I did on a distro. And I've had distros. And I've had distros in mind. I wanted to do Linux Mint when it came out and those kind of things. So, yeah. So anyway, I finally figured out how to get us to do all this and have to edit. But then yesterday, as I was doing my Debian Linux Mint version, first video, I intended to just make one video of this, but it had the problem I was telling you about earlier. And it just demonstrated why this is going to be problematic at some points, because you're going to have to watch me fail. And sometimes it doesn't really help you to know how I failed, because like one off like yesterday, that's not going to happen to most people unless your computer has the same issue, same problem. But yeah, looks like it's almost done installing. Yeah. So we got entering the system. Sounds moving like configuration packages. Alrighty. So yeah, yesterday demonstrated why live streaming this kind of stuff is problematic on one hand, but also sometimes informative. I don't think yesterday's was too informative for most people, because most people have that issue or problem. So, but yeah, you can always go in your sequencing and put your USB up to first boot. So boot before the hard drive, and then you got it pretty much made. Most cases. And you can do whatever you want with that. So, yeah. Checking bootloader. Oh, it checks the bootloader for you. Wow. Sweet. I guess. I hope so. I see command says, your bootloader is corrupted. Fix it. Yeah, another problem. Cleaning apt. Installation finished. The installation now complete. Do you want to restart your computer using your system? Yes, I do. Thank you very much. So we'll go up here, hit yes. That should give me, I think on this version, it'll give me the opportunity to take out the stick which will become more important now than it was before. One reason I kind of like using the F12 menu because then you have to worry about removing the installation menu. Oh, it's going to tell you. It's going to tell you got to remove it right away. Didn't wait for me to hit enter or nothing. That's also Faye. Alright. Linux Mint, ta-da! And we have Great Couple. See if our password works. Yes, it does. It would be expected. Okay, now we have our welcome screen. Okay, I need to connect it back up to my Wi-Fi again. Because it does that kind of thing. And it's connected. Boy, it connects fast. So, and printed. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Welcome to your operating system. The welcome screen will guide you through the first steps, show you how to find help and where to get more information about Linux Mint. Alrighty. On behalf of the development team and everyone involved in the project, we'd like to thank you for choosing Linux Mint. We hope you enjoy using it as much as we enjoy working on it. A great time, and don't hesitate to send us your feedback. Let's go. Probably want to uncheck this so it doesn't show the style at every startup whenever you start it up. Okay, desktop colors. First make yourself at home. Choose your favorite color and whether you prefer a light or a dark desktop theme. Well, I want dark, dark, dark. I like dark. It's easier on my eyes for the most part usually. So you go there and it should bring up. So I want it's got mixed, huh? Oh, that's dark. It's easier on the eyes, and that's what I like. Light's not easy on the eyes, pretty much. It makes movements like visual light. Some desktop elements are dark to create a contrast. Orange. Yes. That looks good. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now system snapshots. Next, let's set automatic system snapshots. Two data into boot. Snapshots recommend if anything breaks, you can then restore your computer to its previous working state. That's important to do. Let's do that. Okay, time shift. We gotta put in a password for time shift. ARC, yes. Then get my finger in the right spot. Press the button. Please wait. Please wait. Please wait. Please wait. Estimating system size. Alright. Okay, SD2. 4. Yeah. Select snapshot location. I should put it here, right? Yeah, you could have made a backup partition. I mean, you should have made a partition. Yeah, to go to manual partition mode, that's what those are for, is when you have to do something like this. You could have made a backup partition and set aside some time for that. Say like about 100 or 50 gigabytes, 75 would be a good round number. Include, anything new you install, stuff like that. That would work. Not supported, snapshot, saved, snapshot, saved, snapshot. Okay, so I guess we have to go with that, though. And next. I know it's starting to feel stuffed up, I think. So forgive me if I'm not enunciating as well as I should. So you want to keep 5 dailies? Let's keep 2 daily snapshots as recommended. And we're going to keep 2 boots. Hey, change Chrome to get it scheduled and all that kind of stuff. That'll work really good, I think. So we'll go with that. You can select whatever backup version you want on there. And it considers space too. So I don't have a ton of on this computer. So I have to select that first. So I select minimum basically for what I've said. Some people probably want more backups than that, but that'll work for me. This isn't gonna be a big machine anyway for me to work on. Probably override it soon with another distro anyway, so who cares? Okay. Okay. 2 files in root and right in my home directory. Yeah. Open the next. That has a lot of restoring system. We roll back previous step by creating, restoring a snapshot. Restoring snapshot only replace system file setting, not hidden file. Yeah, you can read all that if you want to. I don't read all that for you. So you close that and time shift is active. And that'll run automatically to back up your system in case you have problems. Multimedia codecs, we want those, don't we? Yeah. Those are some things to place popular videos and audio and stuff content. You just have it on the install or where you selected that you wanted those things. Now they put it over here where you have to install it after post installation. You want to do that, install. Download some video packages from Debian. Updating cache. It'll finish out. There you go. Let's see below. Continue. Install software on the computer. You gotta authenticate. We authenticate. Okay. Now it's actually installing packages. So, installing all the connections you'll ever need. Update manager. Now, update manager. This little shield icon on your system tray is your update manager. Provide software updates, security updates, kernel updates, fix bugs, keep your computer safe, and support newer hardware components. Okay, let's launch. See what we got there. Okay. Regular software and security updates. Apply security updates to patch. Latest we recommend set up automated system snapshots and to apply all available updates. This way your computer is always secure and you go back in time and recover from any potential regression. Okie dokie, let's do that then. So it'll automatic updates, huh? See how well they work. Okay. Interesting. And first you gotta update the update manager. Then you can do the rest of it. So switch local mirror. Yes, let's switch local mirrors. You should have to use once, I think. And then it should put a mirror in your local thing. Okay, so there's your mirror section. Best works is you have to go here. There's official repository, Linux Mint Debian, and you better mirror than that right there, so you leave that alone, but click on it. And then it'll automatically start checking the mirrors list. Check which one's going to be the fastest for us, the closest, fastest mirror that we have. You let that go for a little bit. And they always have the fastest one up at the top, so you can select it when you get there. 2 megabytes per second download speed, pretty much. That looks like it's going to be the top one. Going once, going twice, going 6,000 times. Now, if this mirror doesn't work, you always choose a different mirror by saying yes on one of the local mirrors. Apply. Okay. Let's update my cache again, so I just changed mirror. Okay. They got that set, and they got Debian. Something faster than Debian. So you check it just by doing this. I think Debian is the fastest one around though. For me at least, last time I checked on it. It's been the last time I installed Linux Mint on here probably. Or one of the ones that does this kind of thing. Ho ho ho, green giant. Always said it for some weird reason, I don't know why. So crazy. Well, Debian-Archives Traffic Manager.net. Nope, now mirror down next real net Debian. It's the fastest one. Debian Manager. Well, only much over 10.2 megabytes per second download speed on it. What do you think? It's like, that's fast enough for me. Mirror cache against we change our Debian mirror. And it is done. Almost, that is. Okay. Now we got that. If you have other additional repositories you want to add in there, you can go to authentication keys, maintenance, that kind of thing. Over there, software sources. Okay, so now it's going to re-update that list. Install updates. No issues. Following packages will be installed. Okay, do it then. Oh, we're working off Synaptic here, huh? Synaptic's a nice little package manager that really a lot of people use. That's the first one I used when I installed Ubuntu on my computer eons ago. Yeah, you didn't have a store, you just had the repositories and packages in the repositories, and you went there and you downloaded them. Pretty simple program, actually. I can show it to you because I think they have it on here. Linux Mint too. I'll also have an official store, like you get an app store, stuff like that, you know, that kind of thing. As well. And the updates kicking through. Downloading package files at the moment. It'll install them after downloads them, of course. And my nose is big, kind of stuffy, so yeah, same as here's some stuff going on over here. Installing all the packages I just downloaded. Yeah. So yeah, while it's doing all that, what are we gonna do? Let's talk about interesting stuff like what's interesting lately. Nobody's on here to give me any ideas what they want to chat about. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not broadcasting initially. Well, I probably should. But it's like I'm not trying to get people in here so much to look at stuff. I'm just, you know. Yeah, these are kind of replacing my videos that I normally did. That I'm just live streaming, you know, instead of doing that. Because you get the same thing. I mean, basically, you get a video put on the YouTube servers for that amount of time. And you do that kind of thing. So. Ho ho ho. You know. Yeah. So it's still installing. Yeah, it's getting all the stuff you want. All the goodies, Thunderbirds, Uppack, Thunderbird, Warpinator. We'll look at some of those things in a minute. Need some water. I got some coffee over here, but it's from Java. Country of Java. Did you know there's a country called Java? Yeah, there is. And I got Java from Java. I just drank some water there because I need some water. To wet my throat so I sound better, hopefully. Yeah, it's trying to get us is difficult sometimes. Okay. Grab. Yeah, I think it wants to know where to install. Grab install devices. If any. Ready? Grab install Mac. Install grab. Install grab on all of them. Actually, install all of them, huh? I'll do that then, just to make sure. I'm not sure which one is boot. That doesn't look. Well, that's probably bytes there. It's probably this, that one. It's probably the second one that it was, because I think that is about the right size for it. That's bytes. I don't know, so I put on both of them. Like I said, do that, so I did it. That's just follow they may. Yeah. This is the exciting part of the whole deal. Yeah, right. Watch this thing. Finish up its updating. So the thing though, when you gotta update it, you gotta update your system as soon as you get it installed. Cause some of those are older packages and they have a lot of updates too, especially if you're on Arch or something like that. A lot of updates for this. This should be Debian, so it shouldn't have that many updates, which it's got a reasonable amount for how long it's been out, so yeah. My eyes are closed at the moment. I gotta open up. Your system is up to date. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Reboot required. If you install this require reboot to take effect, please reboot your system as soon as possible. I said, okie dokie. I'll do that. Yeah. This update manager system will be able to look at system for your operating system the way you like. Yeah, well, I'm going to do that later on. Software packages. About 60,000 applications available. Links because of bare minimum to get you started. Software managers there to have you're looking for. Oh, yeah, you probably want to enable a firewall. So, run firewall, you have to have root access. Yes, sir. All you have to do is you go over here, go click, turn it on. If you have any programs you need to get out or get stuff thrown their way, that coming. And then you need to put rules, you can do that. Otherwise, that should be all you need to do right there. Says it denies any incoming stuff and allows all outgoing stuff, which is basically. It only registers incoming if it's as a result of outgoing message type thing. That's what you got. So we have system settings, software manager, look at here in a minute. Alright, now let's look at something fun before we get into that stuff though. I don't know if this isn't fun, but you know what I mean. Let's look at wallpapers. Because they always have good wallpapers here. Change desktop background. There you go. They have an S of error, Victoria, Virginia, and pictures. That's your picture directory, I guess. So any picture you put in there are free to use there too. So anyway, this is like your standard Linux Mint themed things, which I had one of these on here. Because most people like this and stick with it a lot, but there's also a lot of other interesting wallpapers on here. And you got all sorts of things. You look at this Indonesia. It's easy for us to go through them one by one, but open up. And you got Vera. Yeah, these are all the versions of Linux Mint and Ubuntu that they had pictures, and they've had the rights to put pictures up on them. So, matter of fact, Virginia's the current one, in Linux Mint land and Ubuntu land. So, there's Victoria. And Virginia's what they got new in Virginia, though. Over there on Linux Mint. Ubuntu, Virginia. Of course, Iceland. That's interesting. Picture of animal. See a lot of pictures here. You have motion. Yes, Slovenia. Yes, snow. Then if you want snow, you got all that stuff. You like the other thing. Mood. A lot of different versions. I'm not sure which one I like best right now. That's kind of nice. Let's stick with that for the time being. Not ideal for a dark background, but it kind of fits, so to speak. Just some light in it at least. There's where we go with our that. Now we go down here to, there's Firefox, I think. Yeah, Firefox web browser comes with that. Files, that's your Nemo there. And your terminal. Terminal. Like turtle. And those are the three things it has in the favorites. You can add more to them, I think, just by going up here saying I wanted to add a, oh, I don't know. Let's say we want to get some sound videos. Say we want to add rhythm box or celluloid over there to it. I think you can open it up. And you can pin the panel. And it'll stay there. And after it's closed. And you go down here and click on it and open it back up again. USB, that kind of thing. Of course, I don't really have a use for celluloid there because I usually it'll start up. I make that my default startup default program for you running videos and stuff, and I'll do that. So I'm gonna unpin this. Let's see. Unpin from panel. So you can just use any way you want there. So let's look at what we got here. Recent files, places, that's your what you see in your files thing. I usually knock these out. I don't really need those preferences. There you got applets and daytime desktop desklets. What's the difference, you ask? Well, a desklet and an applet. Applets go usually in your panel, desklets go on your desktop. The main difference there. And your display, you see into that, backgrounds, applets, advanced network configuration actions, account details, accessibility, administrator, software manager, software sources, synaptic package manager, that's what I was talking about earlier, system monitor, system resource reports, and power statistics, print settings, logs, login window, this usage analyzer, backup tool. Yeah, system reports, your terminal, time shift, update manager, user groups that are added, no other users if you want to add more users to your computer. Operating system. Boy, my nose is really stuffed up now. Sound like probably a pig or something. So then you got sound video, you got celluloid, hypnotics, hypnotics. Read the box. I think hypnotics is, I'm not sure what it is exactly. Yeah, it's TV, is what I thought it was, but hypnotics sounds weird. So we may just watch TV on there. You watch TV from other countries, stuff like that. Office, there you got your LibreOffice suite there. Writer, including Writer and Calc. And library, it's got a full suite with base in there too. It's got a library. And you got your calendar. I'm not sure what library is. Unless it's probably, yeah, recent favorite documents. That's kind of a way to track your document usage and stuff like that, apparently. In here, you can open that up and get to your favorites faster. Internet. You got Firefox, you got Hex Chat, which is your chat, which is your chat thing. If I remember right, that opens up automatically to a IC help channel for Linux Mint, if I remember right. Thunderbird, transmission, web apps. Look at web apps for a minute. Just want to see if I'm right about this. Yeah. Yeah, Linux Mint help channel. Yeah. There you go. That's right. It opens up right into help channel. Need help, you go there. And then we got web apps. Now, web apps is like you can create like you want your bank to be a web app instead of having to go find it on the internet and all the time. So we go to bookmarks or have to worry about bookmarking it. Actually get it as a menu item in your menu. So let's say I'm going to pretend my author site is a bank. So, I mean, so I'm going to pretend that. Here you add. Now the name. It's the name that he's going to use, prophecy. So say bank, my bank, my bank. Okay. Address of my bank. Author site. Icon. You pick your icon, obviously. Categories, web, Firefox, browser, custom browser parameters, navigation bar. That's if you want navigation bars on there. They might need it, then you can click that. For a private incognito window, like you want it to be in a private window, incognito, so it doesn't record like bank information. Might be one of the things you want an incognito window for. You select that. Otherwise, if you're set, that's it. Just click OK. And it creates that name there. There's my author site. So you notice there's no way I can scroll around in there. Just maybe I can with my keyboard, but I can't with no navigation bars on the right or the bottom or anything to move around with. But the stuff in here works pretty good, I think. Yeah, so anyway, you see that now. If you want to get back to this, you see. HTML web apps. Make me HTML web apps. See, you launch anything you have set up as a web app. Which makes some sense, but still it's one more thing I have to double click on to get there. So anyway, there's how web apps work. Graphics, we have document scanner, drawing, and pics. Accessories, we have calculator, character map, disk, document viewer, file renamer, files, image viewer, notes, onboard, that kind of thing. Passwords and keys. We got all that stuff. That's basically what you have here in Linux Mint. And you say it's minimal amount, but you can go to Software Manager, you can find Administration menu, or you can go to you can put it down there if you wanted to. Most places people have it down there if they want to have it available for that purpose. We'll pin that to panel. Generating your cache, 1 moment, it says. Always 1 moment. In other words, this is only one thing. It'll have to do one time pretty much. This one has a cache in there. It'll just update the cache every once in a while, but it won't really need to do much else, so it'll come up faster next time we click on it. We'll test it out here and see. You see what I mean? Some of these are faster at generating cache than others are, though. Seems to be a little slower. Oh, there we go. Bit warden. Zoom. Yep. A lot of these are flat hubs. You can see, you can tell it's flat hub because it says flat hub right there. Again, that probably there's no flat hub there. It probably means it's just a package going to download from the Debian archives. But Telegram flat hub, yeah. So try and install that, see how it works. Now see how we see the setup all out of the box for it. Flat hub. Install. Okay. This is installing the progress bar going there. And it's installing the Flatpak. The Flatpaks are set to be out of the box just work. Nothing you have to do, no post installation things you have to do to get it linked to FlatHub and all that kind of stuff. That's cool. That's one reason it probably takes so long for it to process. Probably had a lot of flat hubs to take Flatpaks to list up too. If you want snaps on Linux Mint though, you gotta do a special thing. I don't remember what it was exactly, but something you gotta go into that file in the user thing. Enable snapbacks to a file. Okay, so there you go. Just launch Telegram. Well, I'm gonna launch it now. Launch just to see it's gonna get it going. There's Telegram, start messaging. So yeah, there's that. Watch what we did in FlatHub. Now that's the Linux Mint story. Install things from deb packages to Flatpaks, pretty much. You need a snap, you would have to do some other stuff on it. You find it on the, I think in the, let's just run real fast, see where you get that from. You search on, let's see, Flatpak, how to enable snaps on Linux Mint. Whoops. That's what I meant. There, you just go there, search for Snapd, click install. So yeah, you just go link, it'll tell you all about it, how to install snaps on the Mint on there. There. Enable snaps. Mint. Ref needs to be either moved or removed from D. Yes, that's what you do right there. So before you install it from the Mint software manager, you want to go and remove this prefs. You need to move it, rename it, or remove it from this directory here. ATC/apt preferences/D/. Once you remove the prefs from there, or rename it, or make it move it or wherever, somewhere different so it's not there anymore. Yeah, then you can install snaps. Pretty simple actually, when you think about it. Just one file you delete or remove or whatever, rename, and then voila. Install snaps and do those however you want with those too. I don't know if they appear in the software manager is the only question I have. They might not, probably not, I don't think, knowing Linux Mint Team's aversion to using snaps that much. It's not their preference, obviously. So anyway, that's how you do it. And I wonder what that little thing right there is. Too bad I can't zoom in on this. Looks like some kind of little box web there in the sky. It's a little cloud or something. But anyway. We'll move on. So that's basically checking out Linux Mint. Let's check out some of the I don't have any shortcut keys yet on these. HTOP. No, HTOP isn't found. Neofetch. Neofetch. Nefetch. It does have Neofetch on it, but it doesn't have HTOP on it. But anyway, it's pretty accurate on memory. It's using over 1.1 gigs of memory out of 8 gigs of memory basically available to its use. Computer, Stone Terminal, Better, 6.0.4, Bash 5.2.15. It's got 2,128 packages plus 10 flat packs. And yeah, we had to reboot this thing, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna install this through the command line. Since I'm on the command line, I know how to do it pretty easily. So I'm gonna install HTOP and yeah. So and HTOP. And you register about 1.01 gigs of data going out of 8 gigs of memory almost. So it's pretty accurate. Yeah, the Neofetch memory thing got more accurate late. So that's pretty good. Yeah, it expands basically if you put it like on a 4 gig drive, it'll reduce that size down somewhat, so around 6 or 700 megabytes of data they'll use instead of this gig of data. That and Katie, you're probably the only two I know that do that. Where they reduce less amount of space you have, you stuff it in, smaller the footprint gets on the memory. Which is good to a certain point. It's good. But yeah. Now if you want to do shortcuts, stuff like that, I know how to do that. Let's say we wanted to put our Firefox as our browser of choice. Plus you want to know what shortcuts are available to you to use right now. Put out of the box, stuff like that. So we go settings and we'll look like that. And keyboard, I think, is what you go for. Yeah. I don't have to sit here and keep doing this with the mouse. Okay. So mouse, keyboard, and shortcuts. Okay. Search function, category. Say you want to search for key binding for Firefox. Just do Firefox. That's a search function apparently. Please type in categories. Go to launchers. Launch web browser. And should you pick one of the assigned spots. And double click on it. Pick an accelerator. So we're going to pick Meta B. Super B. Super B. Da, da, da. And once you do that, then you can add a custom shortcut too. Just go here. Say you wanted to add a custom shortcut for a script I have. I have a script here, but if I did, but anyway, it'd be script, let's see, find it. Right. And then find it. Yeah. That's if you need to look for the program. Click there. Eventually you know the name of the command, which is find it, which is a script I've written for finding files function type thing to make it easier in Linux. And you click add. There you go. You need it for a terminal like you need this in terminal basically. I assume it's using the terminal or something like that. GNOME terminal. There you go. Then so yeah, that should get us. I think about it. I think right there, right there. So that should do the trick. So if I had it in there right, I'd run it and make sure it worked. But yeah, that's how you add a custom thing. You add, then you have it assigned. So you do that. Double click it. Okay, say we want to run that by running hmm, So you want to run that by running meta key or something. Meta. Oops, yeah, by orientation lock. Find it. Now here, sometimes I say yes, sometimes I say no. If I really want something, I want to keep that key binding too. So if you want to do that, we say no. Then you should, so say double click again, pick another one. We're going to put meta D. Show desktop. And Z. And so that means that now you're going to press Super Z, will try to find it. We'll try to run the find it command there. You can find some of these commands on my Linux on my now let's hear our web page. I've set up and go to download scripts. I think finance workers. My sway and waybar config files. There's file finder. That's what I just was talking about. MacroS backup checkup. You use MacroS at all, that's handy to have. It checks your backup, find out if it's out of date or not, or how far out of date it is, that kind of thing. It has automatic backup, so that's why reason I did that. Simplified hash matching script. When you download ISOs like I do all the time. Oops. There's a lot of user configuration files. There's my DD ISO to USB script I had that I used the other day, yesterday, to create that drive. New Linux user distro evaluation spreadsheet. That was for something I had an app image install. Install my packages. A universal installation script there. So you download scripts freely and modify them to your heart's content, that kind of thing, for your own purposes, and yeah, good starting points. Oh yes. I think that's all we're gonna do for today, though, because let me see here real quick. Yes, we're 1 hour and 19 minutes, so we have plenty of time to look this over, check it out. And I hope you have fun, have a good day, check it out too. And I'll see y'all guys later. Now, one thing I wanted to mention though, before I go, is that you need to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And if you do, because the way I'm doing this right now, I don't know how I'm going to schedule them out eventually or what is going to happen, but the main purpose of this is just to get some out there to look at. So a video out. And yeah, so it's not real important how many people are chatting in chat and all that kind of stuff, which didn't have anything today, but so that's why I just use this I started streaming as soon as I created it. Which means, of course, a lot of people might be available. don't get the notice of it. You can get notified of it if you click that bell icon if you want to be notified when I'm out online and that kind of thing. And you get a bell icon. And then you can only get when you're online looking at YouTube videos, and you might or might not see my videos. Just depends on the YouTube's algorithms, stuff, all that good thing. But at least you get to notified whenever one of my videos pops up in the stream. And that's one way you can make sure you get my information, get my video when it comes out. So, hope you had fun putting up with my slowness and that kind of thing. Parkinson's, I guess, or something like that. But, and I didn't blow my nose once today. Too stuffy instead. No telling what's going to happen with my nose half time. Anyway, hey, have a good day. And I'll see y'all later. And Linux Force be with you. Bye.